guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to be talking trash, we are going to be talking finished products, we are going to be talking about my empties. Now I have fallen behind a little bit on my empties, I won't lie, my empties bin is pretty full. If you guys haven't watched one of my empties videos before, welcome. The way that I like to do them is to do them monthly, well at least I try, and I limit myself to 10 items, that way they're not overwhelming and they're not too long. Unfortunately, I didn't get the chance to do a video in December, and if you guys don't know where I was, what I was up to in December, I did share a bit of an update with you guys in my palette collection video, so if you guys would want to know more about that, that is where you can find it. So yeah, that's basically it. We're going to try and play a little bit of catch up, and we're going to start off with a product that I literally finished this morning, and I have been waiting to finish it to film this video. Look at that, it matches my makeup really well actually. Speaking of, I'm being really productive today. I'm trying to film multiple videos in one day, which never ever happens. So if you guys are curious about this makeup look, the video should have gone up before this one, so you can definitely check out the tutorial there. Anyway, that is completely off topic, so let's jump into these empties. And we're starting off with the Garnier Ambre Solaire Dry Mist SPF 50. Don't know where this green fluff has come from. I'm very confused. So the reason I bought this product is that I was looking for an SPF that I could use over the top of makeup. So something that I could just spray on, wasn't going to disturb my makeup. There are a couple of this type of products that I had heard of before, the one by Pixie and the one by La Roche-Posay. Now, when it comes to me adding a completely new product to my routine, something that I've never tried before, I do actually tend to start off with a more affordable option, something that's pretty cheap. If that one works, then brilliant. If it doesn't, then I'll start looking at something maybe a little bit more expensive. And I'm pretty sure this came out last summer, and it was, I can't remember the price, I'll put it up on the screen, but it was fairly affordable, so I thought I would give it a go. In all fairness, it doesn't say anywhere that this is a face SPF, so that's probably where I went wrong, but because it said it was a dry mist that is non-greasy, non-sticky, I thought it would be perfect. I wore it over the top of makeup once, and I never did it again. You know, this product is obviously non-greasy and not sticky and absorbs instantly, like they say, when you actually rub it into your skin, and if you're wearing makeup, you can't do that. It just kind of sat on top of my makeup, it left this really greasy film, really shiny, like it didn't look cute, it didn't look like I had a nice setting spray on. No, I looked like I'd rubbed my face in butter basically. So I ended up using it before makeup. I feel like you're probably not applying enough product to protect yourself, and I could be completely wrong here. I'm no scientist, I'm no expert when it comes to SPF, but because it does apply such a fine mist, I feel like I'm applying a lot less than if I just used a traditional SPF. So I don't know that I was actually applying enough to get the SPF 50. The other thing that happened that was really interesting, and again this is probably because it isn't an SPF that is meant for your face, I just found that if I got it in my eyes, like I would just spray it on my face and then kind of like rub it around, and sometimes get it on my eyelids, because you know your eyelids need protection too, and then it would get into my eyes and it would be so horrible. It would sting, but in a weird way, like not full on stinging, just like it would make me cry, which is fine if you're just, you know, going into your garden and hanging your laundry up, but when you're driving, not so much. So overall, wouldn't recommend this product. I'm not going to get it again. I do think Garnier also released an SPF last summer that is meant to go under makeup, and that is just a normal kind of liquid SPF, so I think I might pick that up at some point because I'm quite curious about that. Hey guys, Editing a Raw here. I just wanted to jump on to clarify something really quickly. So after filming this video, I actually went online to shop for the Garnier face fluid, which I just mentioned that I wanted to try out, and as I was looking for it, I actually came across this Ambre Solaire Sensitive Face Sun Cream Mist in SPF 50. Now this one is actually designed to be used on the face, unlike the one I just mentioned, and it does also say on here that it can be used over makeup. So I just wanted to mention this one in case anyone was like, okay Aurora, you definitely bought the wrong product, they do actually do what you were looking for, you just completely missed it. I spent ages looking for a spray SPF last summer, and I don't remember seeing this one. Whether I missed it completely or it came out after I was shopping, I don't know. I've actually ordered this from Superdrug. I am going to be trying it out, but I just wanted to let you guys know that Garnier do actually do a spray that does what I wanted this one to do, and it's actually pretty affordable. It's $5.99, so I will definitely be giving you my thoughts on this one at some point. Okay, so I think this is mostly going to be a lot of skincare today. I do have quite a bit to go through. I have the e.l.f. Superclarify Cleanser. This was my first time trying any skincare from e.l.f. I think I got this as a free gift when I placed an order on Boots. This is a cleanser that has niacinamide in it, and if you spend any time in the beauty community online, you have heard of niacinamide and how it's this amazing ingredient that's basically meant to sort all of your problems out. I wasn't a fan of this product. The first time I used it, I definitely found that it left my skin feeling squeaky clean and dry, and that is not something that I'd felt in literally years, because I've been so careful about picking my cleansers recently. That feeling kind of went away after a while, so I don't know if my skin kind of got used to the cleanser, what it was, but that kind of put me off of it in the first few times. It does also smell very strongly of lavender. Now, different people have different opinions on fragrances. I avoided it for a very long time because I thought my skin was very sensitive. So whenever I use a product that has fragrance now, my nose is just like, what are you doing? What is this? So if you are someone who doesn't particularly like fragrance, that is something to be aware of, because it did kind of take me by surprise. Did I notice any effects from the niacinamide? No, I don't know what effects you're going to really notice from it. I mean, again, this is me not being a scientist, not really knowing about it, but I don't know what effects you'd get from niacinamide if you're washing it off. I just didn't really notice anything. So yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this particular product. However, e.l.f. have just added a new like hydrating range to their UK website, and they have a few bits that I really want to try from that. So it hasn't put me off their skincare completely. I just, yeah, I wouldn't repurchase this. This probably was my least favorite cleanser that I've tried in a while. Okay, so we actually don't just have skincare today. Let's talk about hair care. And I am gonna butcher this brand name. I believe it is Polish? Yeah, made in Poland. It's Ziaja. I'm not too sure how you say it, unfortunately. I do apologize for butchering that. This is a goat's milk hair mask. I got this after getting my highlights done in February because my hair, I'll put a picture up on the screen. I can't believe how bad my curls were straight after getting it bleached. They've improved since then. I don't know what they're doing today, but I really, really do need a haircut. It has been too long. But this was recommended in the Curly Girl group that I'm in on Facebook. So this is a Curly Girl approved product. This is a really nice hair mask. I got it on Amazon. It's not overly expensive. It has a nice, quite like fresh smell. Like, I don't know how to describe it. I just enjoyed the smell, and my hair just absolutely loved this. Like, I would use this hair mask and it would just make my curls bounce back, as long as I didn't use it too often, because if I use a hair mask too often, my hair just then kind of goes soft. The reason I bought it is because it is a protein-based hair mask. You know, when you do things like getting your hair bleached, that wrecks your hair. That is exactly what you want to repair it. Again, not a hairstylist, so I feel like my explanations are terrible, but if you want more information, if you do have curly hair, I really recommend checking out Mains by Mel, because I feel like she has taught me a lot about, you know, stuff for curly hair. She's one of the reasons that I was aware that right after getting my hair bleached, I needed protein. This is definitely going to be a repurchase for me. I really enjoyed it. I really recommend it, and it just feels really nice and creamy and silky on the hair. It just works for me, basically, so I will be getting this one again. So sticking with skincare, but going for body, and I'm hiding the cap because it's all gross, because this has been in my shower. This is the Revolution Skincare Salicylic Balancing Body Cleanser. I haven't tried all that much from Revolution Skincare. I feel like there's a lot that's just stuff that other brands have made and not a lot of innovation. However, I do feel like when it comes to this body range that they recently came out with, I feel like they are doing things that others aren't. I had been wanting to introduce salicylic acid in a body wash to my routine for a long time, and I was gonna get the CeraVe one. It's not expensive, it's £12 I think for a bottle. And again, I like to start off with the cheaper option and then work my way up. So Revolution Skincare came out with these products. I think they've got scrubs, creams, and body washes, and there's one vitamin C, one salicylic acid, and I think one glycolic. I have repurchased this already. I ended up getting another one, I think in the Black Friday Beauty Bay sale. What I really like about this product is that I feel it works really, really well as a body wash. What I mean by that is that it actually makes me feel clean, and that's not something I have always found with body products. I would get out of the shower and still feel really smelly, and that is something that has happened to me a lot throughout the years with a lot of products, just coming out the shower and going, I still smell like nothing's changed. This product is probably the best shower gel just for not smelling. Am I making myself sound really gross? Listen, like, I don't care. This might be a bit too TMI, but I really do feel like this really helps in terms of odor, and it's something that I've really struggled to find, so I will continue to repurchase it for that reason. Now, because it is a salicylic acid wash, does it actually help me with acne, because I get a lot of acne on my cleavage and also on my shoulders and a little bit on my back. That's a little bit harder to say, and to be honest, I think I need to introduce more products into my routine. The biggest kind of test for it for me was when I went back to work in December, because my acne had kind of been under control until I started working in makeup retail, and all of a sudden I was covered and it was all around my bra straps. So really for me, going back to work in makeup retail was a good test to see whether this was working or not, and my acne did kind of come back. Was it as bad as it was before? I feel like it probably wasn't. I feel like it had helped improve it a little bit. I feel like maybe I didn't have kind of as big, deep under the skin spots. So I feel like it is helping, but it's not all the way there. So if you do have maybe more severe acne, I wouldn't maybe expect any miracles from this product, but if you're not using anything like it yet, it could be worth giving it a go. I think I also want to get a benzoyl peroxide wash at some point for like when I'm on my period, when my acne gets really, really bad. That way I have an option for when it needs like that extra step. But one thing that I did notice that I really didn't expect is that I have had bumpy skin on this area of my arms for years. I don't know if it is, oh, how do you say it? KP, psoriasis, I'm not even gonna try and say it. I don't know if it is that, but I've had issues with bumpy skin around here for ages, and I have been using scrubs for years and years and years, and nothing ever made it go away. I'd been using this for a few weeks, maybe a couple of months, and I felt my arms and they felt incredibly soft. Like they literally hadn't felt that soft. Oh god, I couldn't even tell you when. Cassandra Bankson did a really good video about KP. If it is something that concerns you, I really recommend watching it. And she does mention in that video exfoliation, although she mentions glycolic acid rather than salicylic. And then she also mentions moisturizing really well on top. Since using this, I come out of the shower and the skin on my shoulders and on my back and kind of around here does feel drier than it used to. So I think this is kind of drying, something to be aware of. So I've just been a lot more diligent at moisturizing, and all of a sudden the skin on my arms felt incredible. So I don't know if it is the salicylic acid or the moisturizing. It could be one, it could be the other, it could be both, but that was a really nice unexpected consequence for me. I'm talking so much about this product, but I did have a lot to say. What I'm trying to say is that I don't think this is a miracle product. I don't think this is going to fix everything, but I think if you do have, you know, these struggles, if you do have hyperpigmentation, that's the next thing that I need to look at. If you have acne, if you have all these different things, if you're putting in all that work with all these active ingredients on your face, it might also be worth doing it on your body. Like there's actually no reason for it, and I really hope that other mainstream brands start doing more of this, like Revolution Skincare is, because I do find it hard to find these ingredients, these active ingredients, in a lot of mainstream brands. We have another item from Revolution Skincare. This is the Pink Clay Detoxifying Mask. Have you ever asked for something for Christmas and then you don't like it and then you feel really bad? Because that's exactly what happened to me with this product. I had tried a clay mask before. It was one by L'Oreal and I did like that one, although I haven't tried it again since. And I wanted to try the Revolution one because I thought it would be quite similar to the Alia Sky or the... oh, there's another one, another Australian one, but I can't remember what it is. And I used it once and couldn't stand it and stopped. And then earlier this year, I reviewed the Alia Sky one, which, as a matter of fact, I actually ended up repurchasing because I did really like that one. So when I finished that one, I thought, right, let me go back to this one, let me finish it, let me see what I think about it now. And I started using it probably towards the end of summer, and the first couple of times that I used it, it was fine. It did kind of sting in places where I had spots, but if you do read instructions for skincare, it always says don't use on damaged skin. Listen, if I waited for my skin not to be damaged to use products, I would never use anything. So I was using it anyway, and it was fine. I would say it's not quite as comfortable as the Alia Skin one, but it's also a lot cheaper, so I was willing to put up with it. And then, like on my third or fourth use of it, it suddenly felt really drying, like really just too dry. I was using it for the full 10 minutes. When it started getting too dry, I just started using it for 5 minutes at a time. I couldn't do it any more than that, and that was the issue that I'd had with it the first time I tried it. One thing that these attempts had in common is that one of them was back in January, and then I think I started using this again in autumn, so the weather was cooling down. So it could just be to do with the seasons, it could be with the fact that it was colder, so my skin was feeling drier, but I I really just couldn't keep it on for that long. I will mention that the Alia Skin one, I have used it twice since getting it last week, and I keep it on for this full 10 minutes. It dries down, like I can't talk properly, but it's not uncomfortable. Like this was just feeling dry and just really uncomfortable. So it is a cheaper option, but I don't know, it just wasn't super comfortable. I think that's probably better out there. One thing that I do want to mention, however, is that I used this and then followed it up with the 2% Salicylic Acid Serum from Revolution Skincare, which again, not my favorite. I'll talk about it more in detail at some point, but this video is already super long. I find that when I use these separately, like they don't improve my skin all that much. Like it's not like I notice a massive difference the next day. But when I used this one followed by this one the next day, I was like, my pores are so clean, like what's going on? So I feel like maybe these two products do pair together quite well. I would expect products from the same brand to work well together. I just would not repurchase this one because it is uncomfortable. It may be affordable, but it is uncomfortable, so it's not for me. Okay, this is definitely going to be my longest Empties video for a while because I've only done 5 items somehow. Sorry guys. I'm pretty sure we have some makeup in here. Yes, there we go. Okay, the Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite. This is the shade C5. I have repurchased this one and I also own it in a lighter shade for when I'm using slightly lighter foundations. I only use it for spot concealing. I have never used it for my under eyes. It is a thicker formula. It is like a thicker version of their Conceal and Define, and I just know that my under eyes wouldn't like it. However, for spot concealing, I use it over the top of foundations and it seems to work with every single foundation that I've tried. It's not like the strongest coverage. Like if I'm having a really bad skin day, it won't quite get everything, but it is a product that I'm really happy with. I've repurchased it. I really haven't used anything else for spot concealing. If you were considering it for your under eyes, I again haven't tried it, but I would say no, it's too thick. But for spot concealing, I really do like it, and it comes in so many shades as well, so you can actually find something that will match up to your foundation, which is really important when you're spot concealing. It's not overly expensive. I've got the normal size, I don't have the super size, and this still lasted me months. I don't feel the need for the super size because I don't have to use that much every time I use it. So yeah, repurchased it already. We'll carry on using it. Okay, so I'm going to class these next two items together, even though they are two different items, but one of them I have spoken about several times on here, so I don't see the point going into detail about it again. It's the Boots Essentials Extra Firm Hold Styling Gel. I used this for like 2 or 3 years, really loved it, and Boots have discontinued it. So that was my last pot. So I went on a quest to find a new hair gel, and I have found one, and I am really surprised. I tried out this travel size of the VO5 Mega Hold Gel. Now, if you think of the smell of a teenage boy's hair gel, this is literally it, and that's my least favorite part out of it. It is a gel that is not overly expensive, and it does do a really good job. It has a pretty similar texture to this one, so if you're looking for a replacement, I would definitely consider it. It is more sticky, and you do really have to wash your hands to remove it afterwards. However, in terms of the effect that it has on my hair, the hold, I do find it really similar, and I also find that it works well for refreshing my hair. So if you don't know what refreshing is, when you have curly hair, you wake up in the morning, the curls don't look quite as good as they did yesterday. Refreshing is literally bringing back your curls. I do a little bit of conditioner, add loads of water, do like that, scrunch it up, and then same with the hair gel, put some in my hand, add loads of water and scrunch it up, and it does work really well. So I have actually purchased 2 full sizes. VO5 is a brand that is often on offer in Superdrug. I see no reason not to carry on using this hair gel. I was really happy with it. There you go. I found a replacement to my beloved Boots gel. Oh, the Nivea, what is this? Rosehip oil, no. Yeah. The Nivea Rosehip Oil Scrub. I have ordered 2 more, and I don't know what is going on with my Superdrug order because it says that Hermes has been expecting it since Monday. It's Thursday, like I need my lip scrub. I tried this because literally I wanted a new lip scrub, and I had never tried one in tube form, and I did really enjoy this because it acts as a, what do you call it, like a double product? It has a dual use, I don't know, my brain is not working. But yeah, it did both. So you use it as a lip balm, it has a scrub in it, and I don't know what the particles are, but they basically dissolve. So like as you're kind of going through and scrubbing, it just ends up being a nice normal lip scrub, and it did do a really good job at just removing that dry skin, especially before doing makeup, because normally I'll do a lip scrub before doing my makeup, and by the time I get to do my lipstick, my lips look terrible, and I just didn't find that to be the case with this one at all. So this was another success for me, and I have repurchased it. So, oh, I forgot I had this. I have mentioned this so many times in videos. I have a whole review on the Revolution Glass Skin Collection. Do not get this product. Do not, it's not worth it. This is the Glass Shimmer Fix. I was not impressed by any of that collection. I was disappointed by the prices, by the products, but this to me was the worst thing to come out of this collection. I don't know how some brands can get this so right and others can get this so wrong. It was literally an illuminating setting spray that had glitter particles in it. The first time I used this, I was like, this is a really nice product. It's given me a really nice glow. Loved the smell. And then I had loads of like technical issues, which means that I had to re-record my review several times, and by the time I did my review, the product wasn't squirting out. Like, it literally wasn't coming out. I didn't know if it was the product or if it was the bottle, if it was the nozzle itself. And I had an empty bottle of L'Oreal Shake and Glow, which is a great illuminating setting spray. If you haven't tried it already, I really recommend it. So I figured I would just pour the product into that one and see what happened. It worked fine at the beginning, and then every time I would pull it out, it would get worse and worse. The product wouldn't spray. Well, the product initially started spraying out more heavily. It wasn't like a really fine mist, which that L'Oreal one definitely has a fine mist. So clearly the nozzle wasn't the problem, and then gradually it would just clearly all clog up and kind of squirt out and just be overall unusable. So clearly the product is the issue in this case. I'm pretty sure people have had the same criticism about some of their other sprays before. I'm pretty sure people used to say it about their original ones that were like the iconic London one. So I don't know what Revolution are doing when it comes to these sprays. It shouldn't be happening. I should be able to finish a product that I've paid for. This was a massive disappointment. I would not recommend it. Again, if you want an illuminating setting spray, if you want a more expensive one, the iconic London one, absolutely stunning. I've got it on right now. I'm on my second bottle. I've never ever had an issue with the product getting stuck or anything. It's beautiful. Or if you're on more of a budget, L'Oreal Shake and Glow, there's usually multi-buy offers on Superdrug or on Boots. I really, really like it. I'm just a bit too oily for it, but I also kind of want to repurchase it because it was really, really pretty. In fact, speaking of iconic London, I have a bottle of it here. Again, I'm not counting this as one of my empties because I've literally just talked about it. Yeah, get this one. Not this one. See, I hate it so much that I've just thrown it. Let's do one final product. What can we do? Let's do some makeup again, because I have an Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow pomade that is apparently stuck shut. This is my second one that I have finished. This is a lovely product. There is a reason that it is a cult favorite. I feel like a criticism that a lot of people had was that this would dry out. I'm pretty sure I had this for 2-3 years, maybe. I've had this one for a long time, and I still got to the end of it because I was using something to fluidify it. Some people use setting sprays, some people use Duralines, some people use oils. I do think it is a bit expensive for what it is, and the price has gone up in the UK from when I bought my first one to now. But then considering how long it lasted me for, I feel like that price is absolutely fine. I haven't tried that many drugstore ones, so I can't compare, but if you just like to have an investment product in your collection, I think this is a good one to go for. I have actually repurchased it. I got it on Cult Beauty in the Black Friday sales. They actually had a really, really good deal on it. I haven't opened it yet because I'm really enjoying my W7 one. I didn't expect to say that. Do I prefer it? I don't know. But yeah, it's a nice product. It's a cult product for a reason. Basically, if you want to splurge on your brow pomade, I think that this is a product that is worth it. They are 10/12 products that I have finished recently. I do hope all of my thoughts on these products are helpful. Let me know in the comments if you've tried any of them, what you thought of them. I got loads of lipstick on my teeth. I haven't. Oh my god, that's actually quite shocking for me. So yeah, that is literally it for today's video. So I'm going to leave you guys now. I am going to go and clean out this recycling and then throw it out, and then that way we can start saving up our next lot of empties. So thank you very much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, do make sure as always that you give it a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment letting me know what you thought of it, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on my next video, and I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Bye guys!